Hello Australia, welcome to another episode of The Couch and Happy New Year, belated. It is of course our 25th year of The Couch and let me tell you what's on episode 828 today. We've got Sally Jane performing for us. She's a West Australian country singer, very talented, come back from Tamworth in fact, just a few months ago, and we'll talk to her very, very soon. But she's singing today, talking music with Demelza. She's back with another segment for us, talking movies with Paul Elwyn. We're also talking to the people behind the West Australian truck show that's coming up. It's the ultimate truck show. We'll talk to them very soon. We've got Alexis. She's 13, she's homeschooled, and she's got something called Kindness Counts Hub. We'll talk to her today as well. And then later in the show, right at the end, to make us laugh, the Bitchin' team in here, we've got Chris Ilsley, we've got Alexander Sacosta and Sharon Atwood. If that isn't enough to make you happy, episode 828 of our 25th year of The Couch starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch. With Fred and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
Hello Australia, welcome to another episode of The Couch. We're happy to be here at Ellenbrook Secondary College in Media 3 where we make The Couch, and Media 2 here as well, and the theatre. You'll get to see a lot of The Couch and where we do it all here in WA throughout the next 12 months as well. Like I said, 25 years, wow. Someone that spent 11 years here at The Couch. She did leave every week. She didn't stay here for 11 years, but Demelza Leonard, welcome back.
Hi,
Nice to have you back.
Congrats. 25 years is incredible.
And 11 years for you, well
11
done.
years for me, yeah.
And you're still talking music,
And
which
I'm
is wonderful.
still talking music, and I've added pop culture into
You
it
have,
as well.
exactly.
So a double whammy for Demelza.
And you're doing a lot of amazing things, which we'll hear about more as we get to
Yes.
introduce you throughout the year. But
Yes.
let's talk music today. What have we got coming up?
Yeah, so Katy Perry versus Katy Perry. So
Yes, it was
this
a
has
court
been
case.
over 16 years. There has been this battle between Katy Perry and her team, trying to stop a Australian fashion designer named Katy Perry from using the name.
But that's her name.
That is her name. Now, it has finally gone through the courts, and the Australian fashion designer has actually won the case.
That's a good thing.
Which is because it's not just great for the fashion designer, it's also great for the fact that small business can come up against an international global singer like Katy Perry. Because the issue that happened with this was Katy Perry wanted to release a whole heap of merchandise in stores and was trying to stop this other Katy Perry from doing her fashion designs to stop the conflict
You
of
would
names.
wonder why someone like Katy Perry would even have an issue with this person.
Well, this is it. And whether it was her herself or her team, we saw it with Kylie Jenner versus Kylie.
Yes, correct.
And, you know, Kylie won in the end. Kylie Minogue won
Yep.
in the end, that case. So it is. It's just very much, I think what you find is these international singers and celebrities don't actually understand that their laws that happen in America are not global.
They're not going to work here.
There are different trademark laws, particularly here in Australia,
Well done.
and this is where the High Court...
Well done to Katy
Claimed.
Perry,
Yeah.
and keep making your clothes, keep designing for Australia.
well,
Well done.
that's it. Now, something a little bit scary and serious, Rihanna, her home, when she and her family were in her Beverly Hills mansion, was shot at multiple times via a semi-automatic rifle by this woman that was parked outside the house.
Did she know the lady?
Doesn't know the lady. They don't know the motive. This woman was arrested 30 minutes later thanks to tracking off her vehicle. The cops pulled her aside. They have no idea why she did it. However, what they're basically saying is that this woman, she's a 35-year-old Florida woman by the name of Ivana Lizette Ortiz. She's obviously allegedly fired. What they are also saying is she will now face multiple charges, including attempted murder and assault with a firearm.
Isn't that crazy?
She potentially could be, the prosecution is actually saying she could be there for life if
you'd
she
want
is
someone
convicted.
like that back in jail, I think.
Well, that's it. Now, she has been in and out. There's actually quite multiple
Bit of a history.
mugshots for her. I'm not too sure on the whole history, but for whatever reason, she's gone and she's targeted Rihanna and her family, and thankfully,
she's safe.
her babies and herself were safe inside.
Yeah, because, you know, with the attacks on people these days, it's not necessarily targeted at those people. There's sometimes
No,
you've got
but I
crackpots out
also
there.
think social media, the internet, it
breeds it.
makes people more accessible
Yes.
because you can find that stuff on Google.
And you can find people's locations where they are.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen a guy on TikTok, and you give him a clue, and he
Yep.
will work out exactly where you live.
Don't give any
He does
clues.
it as a thing. So if he can
Yeah,
do it,
yep.
who else can do it?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the day where people need money and people are able to be manipulated by others, and social media, as you say. But we're glad to hear Rihanna's doing well.
Yeah, she's
and her
good.
family as well.
Yes, exactly. Now, biopics are few and many between
Interesting.
at the moment. We've got the Michael Jackson biopic is on its way. Bon Jovi has just announced that there will
biopic.
be a story about the band. So
Yeah.
this biopic has actually become it's being developed by Universal Pictures, so we know we've got some strong backing already. Apparently, this was shopped to a number of picture production companies. Universal won that pitch. Now, this film will tell the story of their rise as a New Jersey local band
Yep.
to the global superstardom that they had in the 80s.
Wow. And for those people who don't quite understand the term biopic, how does it differ
So
to
it's
a movie?
it's basically a biography, but it's in the form, it's dramatized
reality,
for
but
movie.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So do you think you'd ever have any sway in getting one for ABBA?
Look,
don't think
I'm
they'd ever
surprised
do it.
ABBA doesn't have one.
Yes,
but
I agree.
The one thing that we have seen with many biopics, and I think the Aaliyah biopic is a great example of this, is if the stars and their families do not back it,
Yes.
potentially the story is horrible. There's
Correct.
it's not told the way it should be told for fans, and there's no approval of the actual music.
And the
so there's
information's
these
not
bootleg
accurate.
songs that come in. So
Yep.
with this, John Bon Jovi is actually backing this project.
Oh, that makes a
so
big
we
difference.
know we're going to be getting Living on a Prayer. We're going to be getting It's My Life. We're
And
going to be
Facts.
getting Always.
Yeah.
You know, we will be having
Yeah.
that very similar to the MJ Michael Jackson
And also
one that
Elton
comes out
John
next month.
that came out. Elton John supported
Rocket
that.
Man was
Yeah,
brilliant.
Rocket Man.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes, absolutely.
So these types of biopics, that's what people want to see. These bootleg ones that have come
Yep.
along, not so much. Unfortunately, no casting or release date yet, but expect probably 2027.
Sounds good.
Maybe 2028 we could see this release.
Fantastic. Is it time to look at the top threes for
It
this week?
is time to look at the
Let's
top
have
three.
a look. I bet you
Let's
there'll be
see.
songs I've never
I
heard of
was
again.
just about to say that. Coming in at number 3, it is Pink Panthers and Zara Larsson, who's having a bit of a reunion.
Yeah, don't know that one.
With Stateside, Rain Me In, Sam Fender and Olivia
Oh,
Dean.
we
She's
play
having
this
a
on
moment at
6IX.
the moment. And Man I Need, the absolute killer track by Olivia Dean, which just keeps going from strength to strength.
I knew none of those songs.
You don't know Man I Need?
That we don't play them on Forever Classic
It's
6IX.
one of the biggest tracks. She won a Grammy and everything.
Yeah, but we'll know about her in about 30 years' time.
That's why I'm on the show, right?
Well
to
done.
tell you about
Demille
it.
Zelena, she'll be back in a couple of weeks with Pop Culture, I'm hoping.
Yes,
And
yes.
good luck with your event next week.
Thank
You've got
you
a
very
very
much.
special
Rave
music. Can
and
people still
brunch.
come along to that?
Yes, they
Tell
can.
us how to do
yes.
it, just quickly.
So basically, they can grab tickets. So it's a 90s, 2000s dance anthems event at the Court, Sunday, March 22nd. You can grab your tickets online at Oz Tickets right now. You get brunch and you get some very, very cool
lot of cool
flashbacks to
music.
the back in
And
the
Bernadette's
day.
going to be there, and so's Alexander.
Alexander is the
And our very
MC with
own.
me, yes.
Check out her website for more details.
Absolutely.
Sally Jane is also a bit of a legend if you like country music. She went over to Tamworth recently at the end of last year. We had her on the show. Today she's singing Ain't Afraid of Dirt. She's in the theatre. Over to you.
a few stereotypes. Like if I break a nail, all the boys expect me to cry. But I'm not the same as those city girls wearing their high heels. I'd rather be the girl driving them on 4 wheels. Ain't afraid of dirt, I'm not scared of a little hard work. I got mud in my hair, on my clothes, everywhere. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not the top to sit down on the side, diving in it first. I'm the kind of girl that ain't afraid of dirt. Yeah. 'Cause I'm the kind of girl who can bait my own hook and throw in the line. My daddy taught me so the boys don't waste my time. I know if I get stuck, I can fix it on my own. Get down in the dirt and figure out what's going on. Ain't afraid of dirt, I'm not scared of a little hard work. I got mud in my hair, on my clothes, everywhere. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not the top to sit down on the side, diving in it first. I'm the kind of girl that ain't afraid of dirt. I know if I have to, I can be a girly girl, but I'd rather be outside covered in dirt. Ain't afraid of dirt, I'm not scared of a little hard work. I got mud in my hair, on my clothes, everywhere. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not the top to sit down on the side, diving in it first. I'm the kind of girl that ain't afraid of dirt. Ain't afraid of dirt. Not afraid of dirt. I'm the kind of girl that ain't afraid of dirt.
There you go, in the theatre. Silly Jane, thank you very much. We'll see you at the end of the show with another fantastic clip. Someone who's been with The Couch on 2 occasions over the 25 years. I can't remember, Paul, how many years you were with us for the first show. Paul Elwin, by the way.
Well, it is a lot.
I think you've been with us maybe 15 years all up.
I remember like the really early years and just everyone
we
just
had
looking
black
nervous.
hair.
I don't know why we were nervous. It's like it's
We
fun.
were young, that's probably why.
Yeah, we were all young. And
Not that we're all old now, but welcome back.
Yeah,
and
thank
welcome back
you.
to our 25th year.
2026, yay!
I think you started on the same day I did. Then you had a break to have a family, and then you came back again a few years ago.
Yeah, so no, it's
So
been
you
good,
haven't
yeah.
really had that much time off.
No, a little bit of time off. But
Let's
it's
say
been
you've
good,
been
yeah.
with us 23 years. There you
Yeah,
go. But
something
you've been
like
with
that.
us a long time. Now, you're covering movies this week, not streaming.
Oh, yeah, heaps of movies right now in this month, in March.
Yes.
There's lots, and then there's a really cool one like on the 1st of April as well that we've got as well.
Yep.
But yeah, like heaps. The first one we got it's pretty big because Ryan Gosling. It's a
saw
really
this one,
big
yeah.
sci-fi book, very popular book, Project Hail Mary. So they kept the same name as the book. Essentially, something's wrong with the sun. And no one knows, so they kind of work out this sort of mission. It's a mission that's a solo mission. Ryan Gosling, essentially, he's not even like an astronaut or anything. He just wakes up in a ship and he's trying to work out like his memories, what's happened. So there's flashbacks to Earth and when he started as a science teacher and everything. But the whole thing is he's not like your regular kind of science teacher. He thinks out of the box. So they're hoping that this mission, Project Hail Mary, that he's in a spaceship that's heading out to the sun to deal with what's going on with the sun, because I reckon the sun's dying. And of course, as hinted in the trailers, he actually meets someone out in space. It's actually an alien. And I'm just going to assume the alien has probably the same problem where he's going, hey, the sun or something. But yeah, essentially it leaves a lot to sort of to the imagination, to the story and everything that you're going, what is going to happen for the second half of the whole movie. Project Hail Mary. That's out now. It's out 16th of March. So yeah, very big film, Ryan Gosling.
And he's
kinda cool.
always popular.
Yeah.
Ready or not to hear I'm out?
So the first film,
no,
Ready
no.
or Not,
Ready or Not.
starring Samara Weaving. That's Hugo Weaving's niece from The Matrix. She was in the first one. The movie did really well. Basically, it's sort of your John Wick one-man army thing. She's dealing with this. She dealt with this whole huge rich family that have this weird kind of idea that any new member of the family, they have to hunt them down and do all this crazy sort of murdery type stuff. She survives it. So essentially, she has a sister, and they both get caught up in this whole thing because guess what? There's more of these evil families and stuff. And for a lot of fun for this one, we've got Elijah Wood is in this.
He'll be good.
He's so charming.
Yeah.
He's so cute. He's in this one as well as a bad guy. He's playing a bad. He's done bad guy stuff before.
Yeah.
But basically, Samara Weaving, but her character and her sister, they're both escaping this. There's also Sarah Michelle Gellar and director David Cronenberg
Really?
is in this as well.
It's a good star cast.
So yeah, Elijah Wood and Sarah Michelle have been actually doing the whole press junkets everywhere, which is kind
Are
of
they good?
funny. Yeah, they're good but there's also some Buffy references apparently in the movie as well.
Okay.
So a lot
to
of fun.
hear.
So it's Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. That's out.
Poppers as well. What's that all about?
So Poppers is the first one of this year from Disney Pixar. This is probably I think it's their 30th Disney Pixar one. Toy Story, all of those films. So it's kind of done in the same style. A few years ago, there was a movie called Red with the panda in it. It's done in that sort of style. So it's not the Toy Story style, but
It's
more
not the
of this
kids'
newer
story.
style.
It's more adult and
Yeah,
kids.
it's really funny because in the trailer, essentially, what it is, they reference Avatar. It is Avatar essentially. She transports her brain into a robot, which is the avatar of a beaver, and basically she can now understand animals and everything. And this is her adventures. Everyone's trying to get her back. She just she came up with this silly idea to jump onto the machine to do this. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, it's really funny because they do reference Avatar. But this is the first big film from Disney Pixar. This is the first original idea for quite some time as well, not remakes or anything. It looks like a lot of fun. I think the kids will love this one. However, there is another movie that's coming up this list, which is pretty big too, which they might be going head to head against. But this looks like a lot of fun.
And
Disney
Poppers is
Pixar.
out the 26th of March. What about I Swear?
So I swear, this is some of these are really heavy movies. This one, it's actually sort of a biopic. Essentially, Tourette's syndrome. We know all about it now, but the whole thing is, back in the 80s with kids and stuff, nobody
understood what it was.
but no one could handle it. No one could deal with it.
Correct.
This guy, basically a biopic of John Davidson. He was a champion of Tourette's syndrome in the UK. He got an OBE and everything from the Queen for all of his efforts. This is his life. This is how he got through his childhood. Essentially a massive struggle. It's very heartwarming. This has won several BAFTA awards as well. It's just a really big story about it and just understanding how Tourette's syndrome was being dealt with and how getting through life with it and not taking it on as something debilitating, but taking it on as something that you can get through it and be able to function and be happy in society and such with it. But yeah, it's a huge struggle for him. Not very violent one, but yeah, there's a lot of swearing in this, so just mind the language
And
in
this
it.
one's out on the 26th of March. Lots coming out on 26th of March as well.
Yeah,
as this next
so
one.
this one as well.
They will kill you. Yes.
This one kind of feels like Ready or Not as well. This is the whole one-man army versus scary people kind of thing.
Yeah.
Essentially, this actress, she's really cool. She's in Deadpool. Really good action actress. Her name is also awesome. Her name's Zazie Beetz.
Yeah.
But she's in this. She plays a housekeeper that has taken on a job in this very scary building, of course. And then they reveal themselves to be a bunch of evil people that have a sacrifice to some sort of strange god or something. Kind of cool. Patricia Arquette's in this. Tom Felton from Harry Potter, the movies, is in this.
Okay.
Heather Graham's in this. Hey, she hasn't done much
Still
acting
around.
for quite some time. So, yeah, really cool. They're all the bad guys. It kind of reveals at the end of the trailer, they're going, how come you're such a cool fighter? And she goes, well, I actually was in prison. So that's kind of the reveal in the trailer. Really very violent, so kind of in the same vein as Ready or Not. Kind of cool.
it's
Just a
not
lot more
comedy.
action.
No comedy in this.
There's probably comedy, action, bit of dark humor in this one, but
it's
yeah,
meant to be
it's
serious.
very violent and gruesome. So yeah, but John Wick fans will love this sort of stuff.
Now, for those fans of the Super Mario
So
legends,
everyone's favorite dimensional traveling plumber, and probably his brother Luigi is in this one. So Chris Pratt obviously revives his role as Mario. So the first one is based on all of the Mario games. This one is based on the Wii game Mario Galaxy, where essentially Mario is traveling into space. Yeah, for your sequels, you've got to go bigger. So this one is Mario's traveling into space. Brie Larson plays the voice of a Guardian, but your usual suspects are here. We've also got Princess Peach and everything, but also Yoshi's in this, played by Daniel Glover. Yay!
Daniel Glover?
Yeah, he's the voice of Yoshi, but the funny thing is I don't recall Yoshi really having a lot of dialogue in the game, so it's kind of funny.
Probably going to suit him.
But I'm so glad that Yoshi's in the sequel, because everyone's been saying, oh, you can't have another Mario movie without Yoshi in it. So yeah, Yoshi's in this. Everyone will be happy with this one. So yeah, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. This will probably, I personally think this will do way better than even the first movie.
It's been a
Jack
while.
Black's in this as well as
Jack Black.
Bowser. Yeah, so this will do really well and a lot of fun.
And this comes out on 1st of April.
1st of April. So that's all the March movies are that, and then 1st of April is with Super Mario. Yeah, and the last one we got is Cold Storage, which is out now as well. So check it out. Yeah, awesome. Basically, it's funny because in the first part of this, the meteorite that has the sort of the virus that's in this. Basically, a virus is underneath a cold storage area. The warmth of the earth makes the virus like abundant, and then all of a sudden, all havoc is wreaked by the poor kids that are running the cold storage place looking after it. The funny thing is, parts of it were filmed in Spain, and the first section of it is the space station with the virus actually lands in Western Australia.
Oh wow!
It's not filmed in Western Australia; it's filmed in Spain. I was like, that was pretty funny.
Close enough.
Yeah, Joe Kerry is in this. He's from Stranger Things. He's one of the main characters,
Really?
but of course, you got to have like a smart adult that deals with all of these things.
So who they
who's
got?
the best smart adult that has a set of skills that can deal with
Someone
it?
that will find you and they'll
He'll
kill you.
find you and kill you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's in this.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll have a huge role, but obviously he'll probably get all the cool lines and everything. But yeah, a lot of fun. It's kind of gruesome body horror because it's like a strange virus. So it is horror comedy, but it is pretty like, gross stuff happens in this one as well. So that's Cold Storage, which is out now.
Fantastic.
Yes, and we've got 5 double passes.
We certainly do.
Yeah, 5 double passes to see Cold Storage. So the best way to try and get those, if you want to watch Joe Kerry do his thing and Liam Neeson deal with these aliens, is send us the code word COLD to our number that's on your screen now. And we have 5 double passes for Cold Storage to check out.
And we'd love you to win that. Thanks to NRC Communications, Natalie Cameron. Thank you to Paul.
Thanks, Fred.
Nice to have you back for the
Yeah.
25th year.
Yeah, it's good.
And we're going to take a break. Coming up after the break, we're going to talk about trucks as well here on the couch. Stick around. Welcome back to the couch. Well, let me tell you about something that's coming up next weekend here in Perth. It's coming back to Byford after so many years. On the 22nd of March, we've got the West Australian Ultimate Truck Show. And we'd love to tell you more about it. To tell us about that and also introduce the chairperson of the event, it is, of course, Alexander Sacosta. Welcome back for our 25th year.
Thank you so much, Fred. What a pleasure to be back here on the couch. And also, what a great first story to talk about. A fantastic event, the WA Mack Muster and Truck Show. And we do have the chairperson with us, the wonderful Matt Lawrence. Welcome, Matt, to the couch.
Thanks for having me.
Chilling out here, us trucking people. Now, this event, you were part of the founding group. So it's entering its 6th year now. Tell me how it all came to be.
Yeah, it was meant to be a barbecue around a couple of Mack trucks, and we've got a really great community of old Mack truck owners here in Western Australia, and they wanted to get together and just have a barbecue and a couple of beers around some trucks, and we got us thinking about how we could evolve this. We hadn't had a truck show for a while, and it evolved from there. And from 2019, we put our first show on in 2020, and here we are going into our 4th event.
How fantastic. And a lot of work goes on behind the scenes to bring all of these unique trucks together. Tell me a little bit about what people can expect if they come to the event this year, or from past events as well.
Yeah, for sure. So, we're a volunteer committee of 7 that tries to put on this event for the community, and there'll be 370 trucks that have registered already. So we're probably expecting 400 trucks this weekend, and it's a festival of trucking. There's, it's free for kids under 12. We've got carnival rides. We've got, trucks. We've got all trucks start up at 11 and 1. So that means all the trucks start their engines. Some really unique trucks in there. It's loud. It's fun. We're able to get kids back up in trucks, and they can pull the air horns, and it's super exciting.
Yeah, it's a really unique experience, and especially getting outside and actually physically doing things, and they're almost like big toys in a way.
Oh, that absolutely, and it's a farm. We're on 200 acres, just south of Byford at the Quarry Farm, and it's beautiful. It's the most picturesque truck show in Australia, and it really lends itself to that sort of muster type feel, and kids can roam free and really enjoy themselves and have a great cheap day out.
And what's really nice as well is the event has actually partnered with a charity, been a not-for-profit event as well, to support them, and you've managed to raise quite a substantial amount of money for them.
Yeah, we have. From the inception, we've supported the Harry Perkins Institute of Medical Research, and they're at the cutting edge of cancer research right here in Western Australia. We've donated $850,000 over the past 3 events, and we're aiming to surpass the $1 million mark.
Oh, I think you
next
definitely
weekend.
will. So there's a lot of purpose behind the event as well. So people get to come together, have a really great time, explore all these fantastic trucks and all the wonderful experiences for families as well, but also knowing that they're actually supporting a very important cause that's WA.
Absolutely, it's West Australian, but it affects all of us. It's it's a global cause, and we're here to unite the transport industry. We engage kids back into trucks, engage the community, and then raise money for cutting edge cancer research. So it's a really good, it's a great festival of trucking.
And I think what makes the event so unique, like you said, is that the trucks have always been there, but we're very rarely kind of conscious of the fact that, like, wow, this is actually a big industry in Australia.
Yeah.
I think we tend to think of America when we think of trucks, but like very much in Australia, we're a big country. Those trucks are moving.
Yeah, and we've got the biggest trucks in the world, right?
Did not know that.
Yeah, so we do it at a scale in Australia that nobody else does, in particular Western Australia, with our road train combinations, nowhere else in the world, and we're the envy of the world when it comes to trucking. Yeah,
that's right. We are. We're known for our trucks here in WA. We're the envy of the world, as you say.
Indeed.
And how did you come to trucks? Did you grow up with your dad? How did you get involved?
No, actually, I've always had a love of trucks as a kid, and used to see a truck coming past, and used to used to do the arm pump, and you get them to honk their horns, and that was always quite a passion. And then through the industry that I'm involved in, and transport's the biggest, one of the biggest. I guess segments of our business, and it just lends naturally. I've got a real engagement with trucks and the people, family-run businesses, and there's some great people in the industry, and it's great. The grassroots side of it has been a real passion, and trucks are great. They're big, they're loud, they're fun, and it lends itself to obviously good content. And
yes, the photos looked incredible, and the video footage from the event, incredible.
Absolutely.
And obviously, you're encouraging everyone to take photos with
Absolutely,
their favourite truck. And I could see that there was some like vintage trucks that come as well.
Yeah, vintage trucks. So we've got trucks from the sort of 50s and 60s right through to modern day large prime movers. We've got awards and categories for winners, and we judge trucks on the day. So it's really raising the standard of transport in Western Australia.
It looks like it's going to be a fantastic show. So if people want to learn more information or to book tickets to come, where would they go?
Yeah, so they would go to our website, which is www.macmuster.com.au.
Looks like we'll be trucking, Fred.
Absolutely. Well done. Thank you to Matt, and thank you to Alexander as well. We would be lost without our truck industry. I tell you, I've got a couple of friends that drive trucks for Coles and Woolworths. Where would we be? A lot of people don't realise the food doesn't just turn up at the shops. The fruit and veggies don't turn up. The clothes don't just turn up. If we didn't have our truckies out there, we would be lost, especially such a big country, like you said, Alexander. And I think they do an amazing job. Keep doing it. And this is a celebration for the truckies as well as the charities, I think, the work that you do. So please support them. It is next weekend. It is the 22nd of March. Check out their website. And I want to know one thing. I've just bought myself an electric car. Can you get electric trucks yet?
You can. You can get electric trucks.
Do they drive as good? Because I've never been in an electric truck.
It's evolving, but yes, they do drive as.
So they're quite powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And are they expensive, those big trucks?
In comparison, yes, they are expensive.
Okay, I might just
yeah.
stick to the car for now.
I think so. Yeah, we
Well
can get you in a truck if you like.
There you go. Well, next week you'll see lots of different trucks there at the show, the Ultimate Show. Thank you very much to both of you. We're giving away, thanks to my good friend Natalie Cameron, who looks after all the communications for this great event, we're giving away 2 family passes. That's for 4 people to go and see the show. You need to be quick. You need to do that today. As soon as you see it, whether it's online on Facebook or YouTube, get onto it straight away. You need to SMS me to 0439 929 929. I need your name, your address, and the code word which is on the screen right now is called truck. How easy is that? Truck. T-R-U-C-K. Spell it right, please. Don't make a mistake. Truck. And you'll win those passes. Thanks to Natalie. They're worth $70 each, so it's a good win as well. And please support the show. Thanks to the guys for being here. Alexander will be back later on with Bitchin'. We'll take a break. More of the 25 year. This is our first show of the year on our 25th year. We'll take a break. More of The Couch next. Welcome back to The Couch. Nice to have your company today. We're going to be talking to Alexis Perovich soon. She's an amazing young 13-year-old. We'll tell you all about her. But first, making it all possible for us to talk to some great guests is our good friend Blake Williams and his wonderful wife Lisa. And they run a great company called William Creative Collective. Check this out. There you go. Thank you very much to Blake Williams and Lisa as well from Williams Creative Collective. They do a wonderful job keeping the couch on air as well. And thank you to Blake. He was one of our presenters for many years. So happy 25th to you too, Blake. Let me talk about the wonderful young lady that we spoke about at the beginning. Her name is Alexis Perovich. And I think I pronounced that right. Welcome to the couch, Alexis. Nice to have you here. Now, tell everybody, you're only 13, aren't you?
Yes.
Tell me a bit about you, Alexis. What do you do?
Well, I'm homeschooled. I've been homeschooled for 4 years now. My mum's my teacher.
And you're 13?
I'm 13 years old.
Have you always been homeschooled?
No, I went to primary school up until year 5.
Yep.
And it's been the best decision being homeschooled.
Tell me why it's so good to be at home with a teacher or your mum.
Well, I have the flexibility to do whatever comes in my way. If I have an opportunity come up, I can not miss school. I could do it on the way. And it's such amazing opportunities.
And I guess the wonderful thing is you're at home as well, so you're in your comfort of your own home.
Yes.
And you've got people around you that you love and know. Is your mum a strict teacher?
I'd say she's pretty fun.
Yeah, really? She's a good teacher. Other
Yeah.
kids might want her as well. Are you looking forward to doing, because you're now, what, year 9?
Yes.
So you still go through all the years like most kids do. You still have to go
Yeah.
through year 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So are you looking forward to your next few years? Because do you know yet what you want to do when you finish year 12 and go into uni? Or are you not going to uni?
Well, I'd love to be an occupational therapist. I feel like that would be something I'd love to do.
Wow. Fantastic. Now, today we got you on because you do some amazing stuff. At 13 years of age, you started a Kindness Counts Hub.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what that's all about?
Well, Kindness Counts Hub is a website that I created to inspire others in all communities to make a positive difference.
That's a fantastic thing, but what is it? What can people get help? Because I know young people, families, students, they can come for help on that website. What do you do for them?
There's community-led projects. I've actually hosted a Painting for a Purpose event, raising funds for TIA, which is youth mental health. I have Chunk Full of Sparkle kits that I'm selling on my website. And
now, this is one of them. Can I just touch
Yes.
on this beautiful little elephant, which I don't want to give up? Do we have a name for this elephant?
I actually don't have a name yet.
I reckon call him the Kindness Elephant.
That's pretty cool.
Kindy. Call him Kindy.
Yes.
But it's beautiful. It's got glittery ears, and you're selling these for $20. Is that
Yeah.
right? And the money goes to the foundation or the
Batia.
hub, and then, which is here. I've got that here. I've been given the picture of it. Now you can tell me this wonderful company. What do they do?
They provide support to those who may need help with mental health.
So look at this now. How do you pronounce the name?
Batia.
Batia. Beautiful. And how did you get involved with them? How did you get involved with the charity?
Well, Batia is one of our charities we use for our pageant system.
Yep. Now, a lot of people may not know you're also part of the pageant system.
Yes.
Tell me about your title at the moment.
Well, I'm actually a finalist for Junior Miss Galaxy Australia for the Galaxy system.
And what do you have to do to win that title? If you
Well,
win.
there's a few sections. There's formal wear, there's fashion wear, and there's an eco fashion, which is diamonds and denims to celebrate 15 years.
So the word kindness is not something we take lightly. What does it mean to you? And as a 13-year-old, why is it so important?
Well, I think kindness is such an important thing to have. Kindness is something you can show, whether it's like opening a door for someone, a smile. I feel like that's very important. Kindness is the most important.
Do we not do
tool.
enough of it, do you reckon?
I feel like there could be more kindness in our world.
Well said. Now, if every young person watching today, on that camera there, you could give some advice about getting involved with a little bit of kindness, how would you tell them? What would they have to do?
I would say to ask someone if they're okay, whether if you give them a smile, really check up on them.
Well said. And what's the most rewarding thing about being, kind and also being involved in the Kindness Counts Hub? What do you love about it? What do you get from it?
Well, recently I donated to the local Wanneroo Urban Pantry, and I saw a gentleman come and say that he was very thankful for the pantry items I've just donated.
Now you're
and
talking about food
Yes.
items. Wow.
It was such a fulfilling moment.
Is it as a 13-year-old, you live in a great home, you're schooled at home, you've got great family and your parents, and you see other people, do you sort of learn to say, you know what, we're doing all right, we should help other people?
Yeah.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
And this guy that you sort of helped, when he came up and thanked you, obviously you felt very special. So it's very important for young people to get into volunteering and doing community things, do you think?
Yeah, it's very important.
And what will they get out of it? What do you reckon young people, how young people 13 will say, oh, I've got better things to do. I want to go shopping. I want to go to the movies. I want to go to my friend's house. What would you say to them about doing voluntary work and doing stuff in the community?
Well, it really shapes you as a person. I really enjoy doing volunteering. I save up cash for cans. I actually have raised $20,000 during Cash for Cans, and it's something that I really enjoy, to go shopping for baby items that I go and donate to a local charity, and it's something, and I actually packs up for those
wonderful.
families in need, and it's very important.
And I have
me.
to ask, do you still mix with your friends and go out and shop and all that?
Yes,
So you still do
definitely.
your normal
Yeah.
everyday,
Yeah.
teenager type stuff. So, and you find time for kindness as well.
Yeah.
Now, I have to ask you the question. If you could work with anyone and collaborate with anyone, whether they're a star, a TV host, a presenter, a journalist, anybody, who would it be?
I would love to work with Sophia Rizzo.
Who
She
is
is the
she?
founder of Glitter Girl. She has eco-friendly glitters, and I think it would be so amazing to spread that little bit of kindness sparkle around. That would be amazing
What a
to me.
beautiful thought. And have you contacted her to do some work with her?
Not yet, but I would really love to.
And what's her name again?
Sophia Rizzo?
Now, this glitter that I've got here, is this hers or not? This is your
No.
own glitter. Oh, no. So you're talking about makeup glitter.
Yeah,
And it's really good?
it's eco-friendly.
Eco-friendly, which is really important. So are you into the environment as well and all that sort of thing, doing
Yeah.
things right?
Yeah.
Well done. How can we help you? If people want to get in touch with you, tell Camera One here how we can go to your website or your Instagram and find out and get involved.
Well, I've got my Kindness Counts Hub platform website, which is www.kindnesscounts.com.
Yep. And you've also got an Instagram tag as well. What's the Instagram?
Miss_Lexi_Jade.
Yep, you can check it all out. If you go to her website, all the links are there as well. You are an amazing young person. I know it must be really... Is this the first time you've been on TV?
I've been in short films, but this is the first interview.
In front of cameras?
Yes.
And you did really well. Well
Thank
did.
you.
I'm sure we're going to have you back on the couch very, very soon. This is Alexis Perovich. If you can help them out, please do. Kindness Counts Hub is who she is. Only 13 years old. She's got this beautiful Elephant Help charity as well. Please get involved. Thank you for being on the couch show, promoting young youth that do amazing stuff in the community, and she'll be back soon. We'll take a break. More of the couch after this.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
Welcome to Bitchin', as we always love to have a bit of a chat. Let's introduce our bitches for today. Let's introduce Alexander Sacosta. Welcome back.
Thank you, Fred. Happy to be here. I love the new music.
Nice to have you here. Sharon Atwood, thank you very much for being here.
Thanking you.
And Chris Sills, it's always a pleasure having you here.
Always a pleasure, Fred. Also loving the new music. I just want to know, did Dexy's Midnight Runners get their share of the royalties?
I don't know, but it's definitely something we wouldn't be playing on Forever Classic 6IX. Had to get that in first, by the way. You know.
You wouldn't play Dexy's Midnight Runners on Forever Classic 6IX.
Oh,
I think
we would, but I don't know that version. But welcome to all of you. Let's start with you, Chris. What's your topic today on Bitchin'?
The old chestnut that certainly comes up in Western Australia a lot, the GST, or more specifically, the distribution
We're
of
getting
it.
an increase, aren't we?
Well, apparently so,
85
yeah,
cents.
it's 82 cents in the dollar, and the eastern states are squealing like stuck pigs about it. And I'm thinking, hang on, we're still giving you 18 cents
Correct.
out of every dollar we're collecting, and you're saying that our share is too generous. And to make matters worse, this is on top of the fact that GST revenue, when they assess GST or income for GST purposes, I think it is, the pokies revenue they collect in the eastern states is not considered income. And take one of the great whingers, which is New South Wales Premier Chris Minns. His state collects over $5 billion a year
course.
in revenue from pokies.
Does he share that?
Now that is income free. It's basically a tax-free
Absolutely.
threshold when you're deciding GST distribution. And then he says at 82 cents in the dollar, that's far too much.
And can you just say, just to clarify too, that was decided by an independent tribunal.
Yes.
That makes, it was actually 82 and we're going up to 85. And I think New South Wales is 86 at the moment. They've got an issue with that. Somewhere along those lines. But it was done by an independent body, not the PM, and which I think is the best way of doing it. But what else are they saying about
Well, I
it?
think what happens, the big beef is that the previous Morrison government did a deal that guaranteed that WA wouldn't fall below 75
The ceiling,
cents.
yeah.
Now, under the old formula, there's been a few people who've done the numbers on this. WA's share would be 24 cents.
Yep.
And how does anyone anywhere argue that that's somehow fair?
They're saying we're going to make about $4 billion more in revenue because of this increase, which we deserve because we bring in a lot of the income with the mining.
Yeah, but what
etc.
you also have to remember is while the revenues they get from pokies are not considered income for GST purposes, WA is... the mining royalties are considered income for GST
So
purposes.
what was the story that came out of this? They're saying, should we secede from the rest of
Oh,
Australia?
mate, secession is
Another ridiculous...
It's never going to happen.
Sounds
It's
great.
one of those emotional things. Look, when they had the vote in 1933,
Yep.
WA voted to secede.
Can't
And when it had to go to the UK in those days, and of course at that time the drums of war were beating in Europe, and they really weren't too bothered about what some little state down in the Antipodes wanted, so they basically said, grow up, we're not even going to take a look at this.
The law that came in meant that all 7 states had to actually vote yes to it. It will never happen because none of the other states, even WA, will not. It will be sad if WA says no as well, and Tasmania says yes or something. But it will never happen. We're part of the Commonwealth.
Tasmania won't say yes. They're one of the biggest benefactors of our GST
everyone else.
largesse.
And remember as
mate.
well, and I'll let the other guys have their opinion. I think people got to remember too, things like Centrelink, Medicare, taxation. If you're no longer part of Australia,
Defence.
you're not defence. There's so many things that rely
monetary
on a
system.
Commonwealth system. So, what do you think, Sharon, about this GST and maybe seceding?
I think seceding's interesting. It always comes up though when people think,
When the war's in the air.
everyone else is, riding on WA's coattails. Let's secede. Let's become our own our own nation. But as you say, we've got a lot to lose
I've
in
never
in
heard
that
one
side of
West
things.
Australian tell me we should secede. It's always the media and it's
Yeah.
always politicians, but never have I spoken to a West. Even Chris Ilsley probably doesn't want to secede.
It doesn't.
Or
It
do you?
doesn't
No,
make sense.
there you
Fairly
go.
quickly, the wheels fall off that argument. So I think we're doing all
Alexander,
right.
as a younger person, what do you
Thank
think?
you, clock it, no cap. I think it's really important, Fred, that we actually acknowledge the fact that Australia is one country, and all this rhetoric that is always about, the eastern states and us,
Scurry.
the eastern states and us. It's like, you've got to remember, for the extended part of Australia's very short history,
Yep.
Western Australia was completely supported by the eastern state.
Yeah.
So yes, you can say the mining revenue is huge, and it is, but that kind of thinking, no,
We're all
not
one
about it.
country.
Isolationism.
It'd be
What?
something you'd hear from Pauline Hanson. Next, from immigration, she'd jump straight to secession. I don't think it's going to
Yeah.
happen, and she'd want to bloody.
Well, no one's seriously,
Secession?
no one's seriously talking about secession.
No.
But what they are complaining about is people saying
The share of
that
the
we should not receive what we're receiving in terms of GST, and we're not receiving everything that we
No,
collect.
we deserve
And don't
more.
forget, our state government has to look after 1/3 of the continent.
But do you remember when the GST came out with John Howard? It was that dollar was all going to come back to the states. If you remember, they were going to get rid of all the taxes.
It was never intended that way.
Oh, really?
No, it was never intended that way. It was always intended that there would be there would be a proportionate distribution.
Oh,
Mate,
okay.
if it was a dollar for dollar basis, states like Tasmania couldn't survive.
They'll be broke. Absolutely. Let's move on because she's giving me the count, the floor manager. Sharon, what are you talking about today? You've got something about these wonderful
Wonderful hot cross buns. I mean, they're such a
Do we call them
controversial.
hot cross buns anymore? Because they're calling them now
Easter buns?
Easter buns, and sometimes they just call them fruit buns.
Festive buns, I've
Festive
seen them
buns.
called. I mean, they're so controversial. They come in, Boxing Day, we start getting our selection out there of festive buns and Easter buns. People complain they're too early. Now everyone's complaining about the flavours and the varieties. Coles have done a collab with,
very clever.
with Doritos, and I've got to ask though whether we feel that they do those really to provide content. It's out there on the media.
I think it's variety.
Everyone's doing it.
I think it's all about variety. I've just bought some today. I went to Coles when I saw your story.
Yeah.
I went to Coles yesterday, being the weekend, and I thought to myself, oh, okay, I'll get these. There was the spicy ones.
Mm-hmm.
There was the those ones there, which are the raspberry. There's this apple and cinnamon as well, and then you've got the Dorito ones were sold out, so
They're
they must be
gone.
popular.
Yep.
These are about $5, but you only get 4 instead of the 6 that you get for $4. So they are more expensive. The quality is better, so they use better products, I think, to make them. But are they a money maker? Yes, they are. Are they important to society? No, and I think the varieties just attract people.
Brings in more customers.
What do you think? Let's go down the room. What were you going to say first?
Well, I think that they've got a very valid point in that, and a lot of these now, they're not made in store. Some of
No.
them are coming in frozen as well,
Overseas.
and then they're defrosted for our convenience in store.
Yep.
But they're also a way for companies like Doritos to get out there on social media because
brand.
all these influencers are out there doing the
Yep.
taste test, doing the video, they sell out.
Absolutely.
You sort of think, at what point are they making them for me as a consumer, or are they just making them for market penetration of their brand?
Yeah, and are we sick of seeing, the comment, oh, hot cross buns are already out straight away. I
Yeah.
couldn't care less. I love the
Bring
fact
it
that
on.
they bring.
From
Who
marketing
cares?
purposes, that's exactly what you want. You want people saying, oh, why are the hot cross buns out now? Because that's just a variation of the old story about, well, the worst thing than being talked about is not being talked about.
I must
Yeah.
admit, I hate seeing Easter eggs out in January. I think Easter is Easter eggs. These are not really a religion. I think we just see them as a.
I mean, they do have a cross on them.
Yeah, they are. Because, but the thing
It's
is,
a matcha cross.
I don't see them as a religious only.
thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Easter eggs look silly having them in January
Well,
because they're
maybe
Easter eggs.
you're right, Fred. Then maybe it's time that we actually make them religious. So perhaps like we put
Correct.
Jesus' face on them.
I don't know. So,
Jesus
any
buns.
comments from you?
Available in Coles. The collab that we've been waiting for is the Vatican and Coles.
Yep,
It makes sense logistically. The brands are very strong. I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
Hashtag blessed.
And what about you, Chris? I know you're a bit of a buns man.
Yes, I'm a bit of a buns man, but mate, it really doesn't bother me. This is what gets me. Everyone, for some reason, people seem to
So I'm
get
the same
themselves
as
all
you. I
bent
just
out
eat
of shape. It really doesn't bother me. I couldn't
You're
care
like me.
less.
You just eat them, but they're in front
Yeah, are
of you.
they
Don't
there?
taste-
Would you like some of these? They taste nice. Yes, good. We got a deal.
I was going to open one, but while we're talking about the next topic, Alexander's, which one would you like me to try?
Oh, the matcha.
I think
We've got
matcha and
Let's
raspberry,
try
that's
that. Now,
intriguing.
We're going to rebrand them though. They're going to be
Anything as long as it's not those bloody jalapeno things.
No jalapenos in there.
No,
I'll give you
they're
all one
sold
each.
out. They've done too good
here
a
we
job.
Pass
You're
them down the
kidding
line,
me.
please.
They're vile
Pass them down.
things. Why do people want stuff that blows your head off? Really?
Well, you
all
know,
right. I have to say they do taste nice.
much a bun.
The question I'm going to ask here, see, this kind of looks like, I don't know, it looks like a sort of mould, really.
It does actually. That doesn't look too appealing, does it? In there.
Yeah, if you look at that, you think to
tastes
yourself,
quite nice, but
maybe a little bit aged.
Here are the two. We just eat them. But now they're saying they're mouldy.
You give us food, bread. Oh, thanks for the mouldy bread.
There you go. I definitely couldn't run
Receipt
that.
from Australia. Receipt from the couch.
Hang on a second. If you've got an infection, it might be good for you. Inbuilt penicillin.
It's called active
Remind me,
immunity.
Alexander, never to have them on our charity because
Yes.
they put it down. But
Thank you,
they
Cole.
They actually taste really nice.
These are
Cole, so
really
well
nice.
done.
Actually, they do
Very
taste nice, yes.
Different to the hot cross buns. I'm sick of sultanas and everything. But what's your topic? You're talking about something else that we absolutely love.
Carrying on
chips.
with the topic of food, obviously you were speaking about sort of that shrinkflation. There's a chipflation that's happening. Basically, the cost of the side of fries at restaurants, done by the Good Food Guide, has been slowly and steadily increasing to the point where we're almost gouging. And it's done under the guise of the fact that our chefs are hand cutting them and they're making the condiments on site. And yes, that does equate to more value. But the perceived value at a certain point, how much are we willing to pay for a side of chips? Because when we're heading towards the $20 mark, it
Ridiculous.
is potatoes.
You're absolutely right. I went to Chicken Treat the other day, and I don't normally get the chips. I'll usually say, you know, when they have the combo roll or whatever, I'll always say, oh, look, leave the chips. But you end up paying more without the chips, so you just go 50 cents more, you might as well get the chips. But when you buy chips, so I've driven through and I've said just the large chips. Now, large looks like a little bit bigger than the small packets now.
Yes.
And you're paying $6.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, $6 for one potato
At a fast food
at a fast
restaurant.
food venue. And we're
Yeah.
talking about, did you say $20?
Up to $20
It's
for a
absolutely
side of
correct.
chips.
I reckon it costs you more than the schnitzel. They're charging us more than the schnitzel with the chips. So, have you had this experience, Chris?
Well, let me ask this question, if I may.
Yep.
The $20 chips, could you say, I have tasted said $20 chips and they taste so much better than any other chip
No.
I've ever had?
Not.
If the
They
answer is
do.
yes,
Yes.
then maybe you'd pay it.
Yep.
But I'm betting the answer is no.
No, it's yes.
Chips is chips. No.
No, it's
Sharon,
not.
you'd
They're
pay
chopped
$20 for
potatoes.
chips?
I remember back in the day there was a restaurant charging $16 for battens of potato,
Yep.
truffle salt, artisanal aioli on the side. They were spectacular. They were not your drive-through KFC
But see,
chip.
that's like the wedges with the sour cream and chili sauce. I
Yeah.
don't mind that, paying $7-10. But when it gets $20, I'd say, look, I would have something else.
But are they, twice cooked in goose fat and, say the truffle salt, and they're getting quite artisanal now.
I'd be saying, give me a packet of Bird's Eye crinkle cuts.
I'd be
I'm
going
happy.
back to Smith's chips for $1.50 a packet or something. But I find it amazing that everyone is gouging. And I mean, we've spoken about this before, whether it's petrol, whether it's chips, whether it's hot cross buns. Gouging seems to be the norm now, isn't it? So are we accepting it easily? Like, are you going to buy chips because they're 20? Are you not going to buy them?
No, for $20, I'll just eat the money.
Eat the money. What about yourself? Sharon, you're happy to pay.
I'd pay if they're good,
Chris is
yeah.
like me, saying it's not worth it.
For $20, I would turn around to them and say, you people do realise extortion is a crime.
There you go. Thank you very much. I think we're right out of time. Is that right? Our floor manager's telling me yes. This is our first show for
I
our
love the way
25th
she
year.
nods. Yes, it's like, get off now.
25 years of the couch. Thank you for coming back. All our
Well
regulars
done.
as well. Thank you to Alexander, one of our regular presenters. Thank you to Sharon, and thank you to
Thank you.
Chris.
Pleasure.
It is nice to have you back. We're hoping to have Bitchin' every couple of weeks. So whether it's the Chris Smoyer version or whether it's the news version, thank you for your company. Time's up on this episode 828. We'll see you next week, Australia, for a brand new episode of The Couch right here on Foxtel and all the other stations that we go on. Plus, don't forget YouTube and Facebook. Thanks to all our wonderful crew. And if you want to be part of The Couch, please go to thecouch.com.au and we would love to have your feedback. We're going to leave you today with Sally Jane. She's got a brand new song, country singer extraordinaire. Here she is in the theatre. See you next week, Australia. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.
I should have listened to Mom and Dad. Maybe my heart wouldn't have broken this bad. And that's a part of growing up. You make mistakes and pick yourself back up. I should learn to walk away. Not give a damn what the punches and reality. I know deep down I'm not by myself. I gotta learn to be me on my own 2 feet. On my own 2 feet. Life is such a wild ride, so go with the flow and take your time. Never know how long you've got, so don't be someone you're not. 'Cause I'm learning to stand on my own 2 feet, rolling with the punches and reality. I know deep down I'm not by myself. I gotta learn to be me on my own 2 feet. On my own 2 feet. It's a scary world out there. Put your shoes on, you're halfway there. Once you find an open door, go out and get what you're looking for. Cause I'm learning to stand on my own 2 feet, rolling with the punches and reality. And I know deep down I'm not by myself. I gotta learn to be me on my own 2 feet. 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 Wanna catch me there.